So this is an Eldest Crusader Cyclone. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, the jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake will demonstrate to you in person here on site. In the front locker, you've got your 2 gas bottle tie downs, and you can carry a maximum of 2 6kg propane gas bottles at any point on board the caravan. At the top there, you've got your gas regulator, and we do sell the gas pipe work here on site should you need it. And that will go from the regulator to the gas bottles. That is available at £15 each for each pipe. Coming down the side of the caravan, you've got your heating and hot water flue, very simply there to allow the heating system to breathe, very much the same as the flue on the side of your house. Below that, or just to the left of that below, sorry, we have got the 2 wind down legs, very simply there to allow the legs to be wound down, so you can stabilise the caravan while it is on site. There's one either side at the front, and there is 2 coming from the rear of the caravan. You've then got your water pump connection. Open up the flap, you push your pump into place, and then it will drop down inside the Aquaroll. Before filling the water system up, you do need to make sure the Aquaroll is completely full prior to filling up. You've then got your waste tank for the caravan, or toilet waste tank. So you pull up the orange handle and pull the cassette towards you. The orange neck here turns out 90 degrees, so you can tip the waste away. The grey cap is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. At the back of the cassette, you've got an orange pressure relief button. So when you're tipping the waste away, you don't need to worry about it spitting and splattering back at you. You need to put 1 litre of water in there and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. The motor mover, I'll demonstrate while you're here on site to show you how that operates, how to engage it, etc. Well, there is a battery on board the caravan at the moment, but obviously that is just a test battery, so that will be coming off prior to the caravan leaving site. You've then got your 2 fridge vents. 2 fridge vents very simply there to allow the hot air at the back of the fridge unit. Never cover these up when the fridge is in operation, as if you do, it will stop the fridge from breathing essentially, and it does allow the hot air out. So like I said, especially during the summer months, it will actually trap the hot air in there and the fridge won't be as efficient as it should be. Down the bottom there, you've got your 2 grey waste pipes. You'll have 2 bits of grey pipe that go into them large diameter holes and drop down inside the waste master. On the back of the caravan, you've got your 2 wind down legs. As you can see, one's down for the purpose of handover. With twin axle, you don't need to worry about having all of them down at the same time when you're doing this sort of thing. However, when you're on site and using the caravan, you would have all 4 legs down and the caravan level. Coming down the door side of the caravan, you've just got 2 lockers at the front. It's interrupting the guys from washing it. You've got the storage battery locker there, which you can open up and you'll find your 12 volt battery or the 12 volt battery on there that we use to demonstrate the van, and then your mains power connection, storage locker for underneath the front seating area, and your barbecue gas point, and then the last of your wind down legs. Let's get on to the inside of the caravan now. As you come into the caravan, on the left hand side, you'll find your main control panels for the caravan. So the switch button here will be your power switch for the caravan itself. So you've got your mains power on. You've then got lighting. One will be for the awning light on the outside. And then one of these, the switch here for instance, is for the lights above the cabinets, as you can see. And then you've got your 2 other light switches there. Water pump run, come back to in a moment. There's an internal and an external way of filling the system. So what that means is you've got an onboard water tank, so that's the internal supply. And then the external supply is from the Aquaroll on the outside of the caravan. Voltmeter brings up the battery level on board the caravan. Like I said, it is just a test battery on there at the moment, so obviously the voltage is a bit lower on it. And then you've got a fill level for your onboard water storage tank. Above that, you've got your heating and hot water controls, which I'll come back to in a moment. First thing you're going to need to do when you come into the caravan is open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. There's your water pump that will connect to the outside of the van. Open all the taps up on the hot side of the system. And that's the tap in the kitchen, tap in the bathroom, and the tap on the shower. You're then going to come underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the caravan, which you can access via the front door here. This door that you can see here. You've got 2 water valves. You've got the one here, which is for the onboard water storage tank. And then you've got the one here, which is for the Aldi hot water tank. Now that is your internal supply, and that will be your external supply, and that will run directly from your outside water tank, which is your Aquaroll. To be honest, a lot of people don't use the onboard water storage tank. You can if you wish to, but I find them a bit of a pain personally. So personally, I just run it directly from the acque roll on the outside. You've still got to fill that acque roll up regardless when the water system drains down. So like I said, no difference really. To fill the water system up, this yellow valve needs to be flat with the floor, as you can see it is here. To drain the water system down, you're going to have this valve upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat. So yellow valve flat with the floor. To fill this tank up, you're going to need to have this valve in the position pointing to the left. I'm just actually going to open it up. There's actually water in there at the moment. It's going to drain that down. If you want to fill that onboard tank, you'd have that valve pointing to the left and to the right to drain it down. So with these two valves, as they are at the moment, also with the yellow valve as it is at the moment, we can actually fill the onboard water storage, the hot water tank. So you put all the taps to the hot side, as we've already done. And then with the acque roll connected on the outside, you're going to put the pump to external and then turn the pump on. That will draw water directly from the acque roll into the hot water system. Once the hot water system is full, you'll have water running out of every tap continuously on board the caravan. And at that point then, once it is completely full, you can turn all of the taps back off. And then if you wanted to, you can fill the internal supply. To fill the internal supply, all you need to do is have your acque roll connected on the outside again, then put it to internal supply on the control panel here, and that will then allow you to fill that system up. To turn the water pump off, when the taps are shut, this light will automatically go off, as it's a pressure system. So essentially, if the tap's open, it has a micro switch that tells it the tap's open, and the pump will run continuously. If the taps are shut, the light will go off as it is now. Once you've got that water system full, you can actually then start running your Aldi heating and hot water system. So I'm just going to turn that off for a second. Oh, sorry. Turn it off. So top left hand corner here, you've either got on or off. To select the option, hit store reset, then you can go on or off just here. To select your room temperature, you'll come across to the, sorry, I should just say that on and off there will isolate, will turn off the heating and hot water altogether. Come across to the right here, you've got the option for your room temperature. That's the thermometer symbol, see here. Minus or plus to set the room temperature. Obviously, we're going to leave it on 30 degrees, just so it starts warming up. Come across to the right where you've got the tap symbol, and that is your hot water on or off. So you've got hot water on or hot water off. For now, I'm going to leave that off as we've got no hot water on board the caravan currently, just due to how cold it is. If you wanted to run the heating and hot water on gas, you'll come across to the right again. Then you've got the option to run gas here. At the moment, it says off. To ignite it on gas, hit on. And to turn it off, hit off. If it fails to ignite, it will come up with gas fail on the screen. If you want to run electric for your heating and hot water, you can run it as a combination, so you can have both ignited at the same time. Come across to the right, and you've got the option of 1, 2, or 3 kilowatts. And what that means is the amount of power coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. So I'm going to leave it on 3 kilowatts, and then that will allow the heating to warm up on board the van. The last two symbols you see here, this symbol here is to indicate the heating pump is running and it is circulating the heating fluid. And the symbol to the right of that indicates we have got mains power coming into the caravan from the caravan site we are on. Down the bottom there is some advanced options, however for these we do advise you read the manual that comes with the caravan, so if I try to explain in the video it would probably take me around 2 to 3 hours to complete. Next up is the fridge. The fridge is very straightforward to use. You have power on the button on the left hand side here. If the plug symbol is lit up blue, it means you are running off mains power for the fridge. So to operate the fridge, you'd press the power button, turn the fridge on, so you've got mains power. You've then got gas, so you can run the fridge on gas. If it ignites on gas, you'll have a solid blue light here, and a fail to ignite light will flash here if it fails to ignite. You've then also got 12 volt mode, which you press the 12 volt button for. Not illuminated at the moment due to the fact there's no 12 volt connected, but this will go blue when it's operating. You've then got temperature control for the fridge on mains, or control the temperature on the button here. The more amount of bars you have lit up, the colder the fridge will be. To reset the igniter, if you're running the fridge on gas, you'll press and hold the warning symbol here, and it will start the igniter again should it fail to ignite. Microwave works very much like your household appliance, the same as your hob, grill and oven. Coming into the bathroom, and the last thing we're going to go through is the toilet flush on the toilet. Electric toilet flush, so you press the button to flush your toilet. A full indicator light that will illuminate red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, as you can see here. However, when you're removing the toilet waste cassette from the side of the caravan, the toilet seat needs to be pointing straight on. Below the toilet, you have your grey waste handle. Grey waste handle needs to be in the open position, as it is now when you are using the toilet. Then when you're not using the toilet or trying to remove the toilet waste cassette, it needs to be back in this central position. So that is the Elvis Crusader Cyclone. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thanks again. Bye bye.